Hello, and welcome to Stop, Let's Team Up, My Legion Adventure number 23, which covers Adventure Comics 307. This is important. This is special. This is amazing because it's the introduction of my favorite Legionnaire, the amazing Element Lad. So let me give you the tidbits from the Legion of Superior Index, and then I will gab a bit about the love of everything Jan Arrah. All right, it's Adventure 307, cover date April 1963, which means it came out in probably February 63. I'm still not alive. Cover credits is Kurt Kahn. Woohoo! Inker, George Klein. Woohoo! Inker, Irish Shop. It has a Legion cover. And it says, challenge, what is the secret power of the mystery superhero? You see Mystery Lad, Sunboy, Bouncing Boy, Superboy versus Bizarro, and Camera Eye Guy. So let me read the notes. Maybe he's got a real name. Maybe it comes later. This was the backup story. It is a 13-pager. Credits are editor, plotter, Mort Weisinger, plotter, scripter, Edmund Hamilton. We are going to have an Edmund Hamilton little mini episode and a John Forte one coming up next week. Wait for it. Penciler inker, John Forte. Roll call, Cosmic Boy, Saturn Girl, Invisible Boy, Colossal Boy, Brainiac 5, Sun Boy, Bouncing Boy, and Element Lad. Yes, spoilers, it's Element Lad. Jan Arrah, alias Mystery Lad in this story. It's his first appearance. Origins revealed, joins the Legion in this one, and I'm happy. Cameo Superboy and a browser only on the cover. Supposedly in the original, Invisible Kid was colored the wrong way for several issues, but it's been corrected in this by Tom McCraw and someone else. I looked at it on the cover. It's got this. I'm reading this in Archives Volume 2. Beautiful Kurt Swan, Carl Kelso cover with the lineup of up to this point, and I'll talk about it, and I'll share that on the thing. But let's go to the synopsis. Desperate for aid in their upcoming battle against the space pirate Roxxas. That's Roxxas. I'm saying Roxxas or Rock-ass. I lived with a bunch of metalheads at one point. Rock-ass would be appropriate, but I'm going to say Roxxas. The Legionnaires interview several new applicants. One in particular, Mystery Lad, volunteers to demonstrate his abilities only to one member, Saturn Girl, provided it be kept secret. She then recommends him for membership. Voted in, Mystery Lad fights along the Legion as they comb the galaxy for members of Roxxas' gang, and vaguely demonstrates his secret powers several times. Finally, he realizes that Roxxas is really after him, and leaving his teammates behind, he surrenders to the villain. He then uses his power, that of transmutation, to destroy the pirate ship, and the Legion captures the villain and his band. Mystery Lad is revealed to be the last of a race whose members could transmute the elements and who were wiped out by Roxxas and his followers. When the other Legionnaires realize Mystery Lad's real power, Cosmic Boy rechristens him Element Lad. So, I've only read that like once or twice, and he's my favorite. Element Lad really becomes my favorite in the 80s during the... on and off again, because even in the Grell and Cockromere, I always loved his design. He was always written pretty well, but, I wasn't in... But Levitz and Giffen really made him shine, especially when he finally was elected Legion leader. He had been elected deputy leader like 5 times by the fans. And Levitz and Giffen had a talent for bringing characters to the front and making them important, and he wasn't really one of the main Legionnaires in previous years, but for about 7 or 8 years he was really toward the front, and then he was brought back, and different versions of him, because the one in the reboot isn't him, and he becomes a tragic character, and I do like that version of him, and I don't mind him being the tragic character turned bad. It's a trope, yes, but it works in that story. I know it's a little rough. The DNA Legion is kind of dark. I like it. It's okay. It's not, I prefer the beginning of the reboot than the end of the reboot. And he's okay in the 3 boot. I need to read some more of it. I'm still at issue 13. I've been reading other things, but I will catch up with that because I know me and Jim want to talk about it. But Jan is my favorite Legionnaire. I love it. I love the costume. I love the E on his shirt. I love it when they made it the interlac E. I liked all his costumes, the pink and white one, Silver Age one, and really the pink and black one. That I'm guessing it's a Giffen. It may be a Greg LaRocque version. But he was just a great character, and over the decades he grew, and they made him special. And then Roxxas comes back. He's a big character. He's the main villain in the first part of 5 Year Later. And that, Jan felt a little different because he was the last of his race. I may like that because I watch modern Doctor Who, and the Doctor's always the last of his race in that. But he's a really good character. This is a really good issue. The art is great. Everybody's flying around on space scooters. Again, there's a mystery Edmund Hamilton is writing. You have to try to guess along, and they even ask you if you've guessed it yet. The clues and stuff throughout the issue of his powers, and Saturn Girl, keeping the secret and people trying to guess. Invisible Boy, Lyle Norg. Sorry, not Kyle. Lyle Norg. He's really good in this. He does a little sneaky stuff, and he's a little toward the front. I like that there's no Superboy in this one. I like there's no Supergirl in this one. I like it. It's just a Legion story. We got another member. And on that, let's look in here, because in Legion Index, he is new, so he is in this. His origin stuff is in here. He's the third since Mon-El. He's the third since the death of Lightning Lad to join. And here's the basic information. It's Element Lad, Jan Arrah, A-R-R-H. First appearance, what we just read, Adventure Comics 307. He's from the planet Trom. And we'll learn more about him as he goes on. There's a little background in this that I think is kind of interesting about his planet. He is the son of Arn and Vala Arrah, was born on the planet Trom, a small, barren, radioactive world whose few inhabitants were confined to one valley where the radiation levels were low enough to allow them to live. That radiation also gave them the power to emit mental radiation, which could alter the atomic structure of any object, thus changing one element into another. He would serve as deputy leader of the team under several leaders. He was finally elected leader in Legion of Superheroes 2nd Series 306. And he served as such since that time, being reelected a second term. For years, he had no steady girlfriend, and he's given one in the character Sean Aaron in Science Police. When this index came out, a lot of other things probably had not been done. But I'm gonna look for one of those lists of Legion leaders, and we'll have a little mini episode about that. How's that? I do want to say I really like John Forte's art in this issue. It was spectacular as always. It's getting better and better each issue. I do think he's growing as an artist. The more he's on the book, and I'm looking forward to the next issue. Is another special issue, but there's some just great stuff in this. There's a weird color palette of green, brown, and yellow, which I think is kind of cool. I think actually there's been an improvement in the writing for me. In the last two issues with Edmund Hamilton on it. I just think it's just been a better quality. It's still very Silver Age and still fun, but it's just a little bit better. And I'm enjoying it. I'm looking forward to more of that. And I will do a little mini episode about Edmund Hamilton at some point. Maybe we'll do a Tuesday Legion and then that. And I'm definitely going to want to talk about John Forte. I want to do a little bit more homework on him. But that's Adventure Comics 307, the Mystery Lad story, the introduction of my guy, Jan. Looking forward to more adventures with Element Lad in the future, and I'm looking forward to you, or kind of glad that some of you out there are going to listen to my musings and at least be somewhat entertained. So this Thursday coming up is on those Daring Defenders will be Marvel feature number 3. I recorded the episode for Defenders 1 this weekend. The Magical Billy D will be on that episode, which I'm looking forward to you guys hearing. And then this weekend I will be going DC Comics Presents Superman and Starman 4. That's the Steve Ditko one. It's won the poll on the third try. I will post a new poll probably that day. That comes out with a new DC Comics Presents choice in there. And I hope you listen to that. And then, folks, it's been really crazy times. I'm recovering from COVID still, back to work today, but still able to record a Doctor Who podcast and record this. I'm just going to go to bed a little later than my early bedtime. But just do me a favor. be kind to everybody. Be smart. Wear your masks. Wash your hands. Be safe. And read some comics.